Hi, Code Geass anime fan, here to talk about a show called Hazbin Hotel. Now, Hazbin Hotel had a pilot years ago, and was this pilot on YouTube that really got a lot of attention. Um, need to make it clear, it is for adults. It is not for kids. It might be animated, but it is not for kids. I do need to express that, like parents, if you're watching this, don't let your kids watch it. But it is great. It is dark, kind of messed up, but extremely entertaining, oddly optimistic with its main character Charlie, and with these messed up, interesting characters like Alistair and Angel Dust and Serpentius, and then of course Charlie's aided by her girlfriend Vaggie. It's a very interesting series, and well, that pilot was great, and it took a lot of skill and a lot of time to make that happen, so it was kind of made clear it would take a while for it to actually become a series. And after such a long time of waiting, after years of waiting, it came out. It's now a show. It's actually become a show streaming on Amazon. It went from being this YouTube thing becoming this, a show on premiering on one of the biggest streaming services. And was it worth the wait? I think it was. Hazbin Hotel is amazing. Like I said, not for kids. It is definitely not for kids, but for adults, it is amazing. It's this very dark show. How dark is it? It takes place in hell, and there's this. Charlie is the princess of hell. Uh, you know, daughter of the rulers of hell, and but she is actually this bright, bubbly, sort of optimistic character that wants to help the residents of Hell redeem themselves. And she opens up this hotel called the Hazbin Hotel that she runs, and runs with her sort of girlfriend Vaggie, who's a bit more on the grumpy side, but really does care about Charlie and wants to help her, and trying to run this hotel to help redeem people. So they get this first customer named Angel Dust, and he's really not very helpful. But then there's this mysterious character named Alistair, the radio demon, who is very clearly evil. Pretty much everybody knows that, but he's actually very helpful in getting stuff done. So they kind of reluctantly have to have him there, and it's this very creative show that's very much unlike anything that's ever been made. It is fascinating to watch. It's one of those shows where you don't really know what's going to happen. It's very unpredictable and surprising with brilliant creative writing. It's hilarious. The characters are very sassy, very messed up people, and yet they still manage to find ways to make them likable. Like I said, the main character herself, Charlie, is actually very optimistic and sweet despite being the princess of hell, and I think the idea of the show is actually kind of thought-provoking. Like, oh, somebody goes to hell, that's it, they're bad. They're bad, and they're going to forever be stuck there. But it's this fascinating idea where Charlie is so optimistic that these people in the worst place in the world, and probably some of the worst people in the world, can they be redeemed? And it seems like a lot of them aren't making any kind of effort to, but this show kind of makes an argument that some of these messed up people can be redeemed. They have to kind of make an effort to, and they kind of need to find some encouragement, inspiration, but there is potential there. It's a fascinating plot. It really is. The show got a lot of attention for the animation. Hazbin Hotel is one of the most creatively animated series that I've ever seen. The animation is incredible. Um, uh, Very few cartoons currently running now, if any, really have an animation style that's as captivating and memorable as what they do in Hazbin Hotel. Like, the animation, the way the characters look, the way they move, there's so much creativity and style, and like every design, like you pick like any random character, it's like, wow, that is such a creative design. The way they move, the way they express themselves is amazing. Like, it seems like something that could almost work as a silent film, but I'm definitely glad it has dialogue. It has brilliant, great dialogue, and the characters have amazing voices. Like, the radio demon always talking with his radio announcer voice, and all these creative voices, and they actually got Keith David in the series, which is amazing because it started off as this YouTube thing. They managed to get a celebrity like Keith David, and wow, he's amazing in the show. Love what they do with him, and I love the characters. Like I said, Charlie's a very optimistic character, and she and Baggy are kind of this unlikely couple, but they really are kind of adorable together. And kind of the supportive relationship that's very sweet and touching. Angel Dust is yeah, there's some gross stuff there, but he's definitely very funny and fun to watch. Alistair, a huge scene stealer, a very villainous, messed up person with such an elegant design and such a captivating scene stealing personality. He's amazing. Um, I think he's a lot of people's favorite character. Of course, a lot of people have a lot of favorites. I think he is definitely. I think there's an argument to me that he could be considered the breakout character. Serpentius is a huge standout for me too. I love his sort of classical villain look and his how he's trying to be this major villain and isn't good at it, and actually oddly has surprisingly some sympathetic qualities, and that was really enjoyable. And Husk, well, he's voiced by Keith David, so that adds a lot to him, and he's actually a pretty cool character. And there's a character whose name I forget. The sort of other character in the hotel is kind of weird and kind of has a crush on Serpentius at first. At least it turns out he's not that bad of a guy, because she kind of doesn't like him as much. I guess she just likes messed up stuff, and she's pretty fun. It's just the show is just loaded with such fun characters, and the villains are messed up and fun too. I guess Alistair himself, even though he's aligned with the heroes, he's a villain, and what an amazing villain he is. And there's songs. There's these songs, and they're so catchy, and they're so well sung, and a lot of them have very humorous, silly lyrics, but they're legitimately amazing to listen to songs. And I believe, like, when Husk sings, I believe that's actually Keith David singing, and wow, does he sound amazing. Like, he already sounds amazing as a voice actor. We get to hear him sing. It's like, wow, Keith David is, wow. Is he a singer before? Just amazing. Just, songs are amazing. The animation is incredible. The characters are so much fun. The plot is brilliant. It is a true masterpiece, and it needs to be seen. If you're an adult, it is not for kids. I need to stress that. You think like, oh well, maybe like older kids. Like no, 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 no. I think like even if teenagers, I think it might be pushy for teenagers. Maybe some teenagers can handle it, but if you're a parent, I would definitely say you want to wait until they're adult. You definitely want to see the show, but I think you have to wait until you're the right age. But Hazbin Hotel is a masterpiece.